So I'm Daryl Lyon, I'm a police inspector in Northamptonshire Police, and I lead the CIRV programme, the Community Initiative to Reduce Violence. So the Community Initiative to Reduce Violence is a programme that's ran in the United States, in Cincinnati, the CIRV programme in Boston, and then it moved across to Glasgow when they ran it under their Violence Reduction Unit. We've taken the principles of that programme and adapted it for use in Northamptonshire. So this is a genuine public health approach, and we deal with it about how you manage an epidemic. And if you manage an epidemic by World Health Organization, it talks about stabilising the patient, you deal with changing cultural norms, and you deal with some of your low risk individuals too. So it's about changing behaviour. So that's what we do as a CIRV programme. So we stabilise the patients, so the people that are the high end people, we manage them in an intensive way to go and try and make sure that they're stable, that they can go, they're not going to infect other people with their violence. The people that are lower end down, so some of the people that the schools refer to us, we manage those in the same kind of way. It's about changing their behaviours too. And then the cultural issues are we're going to do some work in Mentors in Violence Prevention, which is another evidence-based programme. And that's about changing cultural norms in schools, about the general population, getting them to take ownership and responsibility for what's going on in their communities, especially around violence. So if they're aware that something's going to happen, so let's say I'm a school student, I'm aware there's going to be a fight after school, a lot of people sit passive or even attend and watch it or encourage it. We need to go and change those behaviours so that violence is not tolerated, and that's what the Mentors in Violence Prevention programme would do. So we think we've got a true public health approach here, a joined up approach. It's dealing with people by our relationships, and it's making some real inroads in terms of getting people to change their behaviours because they want to change, and that's really important. Next year we're going to have even greater focus on how we engage with communities. We want to put more ownership and responsibility on communities, so they're not looking just at statutory services in terms of what are we doing. It needs to be about what are we doing as a collective. So we'll engage people in communities who maybe want to do some voluntary mentoring with some of our people on our programme. So someone from a local estate in Northampton who's made good of their life, who wants to go and help other people. We've got no shortage of people wanting to help. But next year we'll make sure there's an avenue for them to do that. So in a safe way, connecting people who live in local communities with people from those local communities, so it's a really integrated community way of managing people and helping people live in there in a safe way, plus all the supports we've got here that's specialists too.